You are listening to Zimbabwe News. Keep listening to Zimbabwe News.
Fellow Zimbabweans, I come to you in circumstances of extreme emergency, circumstances that have affected the whole of the world. The whole of the world is in deep trouble with the coronavirus. In Europe, in America, in Asia, we have heard of cases in South Africa, but the situation is definitely going to also affect us because we are one people. And for that reason, we must also have one action and one common approach and response to dealing with this pandemic. This is no longer about politics. This is about life. This is about health. This is about our being, our collective being. This virus is also class blind. It doesn't know those who are rich, those who are poor, those in the urban areas, those in the rural areas. It affects everyone. And for that reason, we need to put all our efforts, put our ducks in a row as a country, a call to action to do something about it. We are in a crisis situation. A crisis situation calls for a crisis mode. We need a disaster preparedness framework. We need early warning signs to be in place. In our churches, our pastors, our bishops, you have to be praying about this coronavirus. Everyone must do something about it. It's our act together. And when we act together, we'll defeat it together. As you know, we have a situation in our country where our medical professionals are incapacitated. I know for a fact that we have only 2 functional ICU beds that are working at Parenyatwa, the same thing at Harare Hospital, making it 4. That situation is untenable if we're to be hit by this disease. So we need to begin to have a disaster preparedness mode. We have a very fragile health system, and under circumstances of fragility, we need to go out of our way, step out of our laurels, and do something, spring into action. Make sure that we appeal to our health professionals to all be ready mentally, psychologically, but also materially by, as government, doing something about it to make sure that they are in a situation where they are not vulnerable. Otherwise, we'll end up losing all the doctors. We lose all our health professionals. Once you lose them, you lose our opportunity to fight this disease. Let me conclude by having this call to action, the call to all of us, the call to every Zimbabwean, the call to every African. Let us be on guard. Let us be alert. Let us be sensitive. Let us make sure that we're vigilant in whatever we are doing. We must wash our hands with soap and disinfectants. We must make sure that we use sanitizers. We must also have public facilities where we are able to wash our hands all the time. Let us avoid touching our eyes and our face. Let's cover our mouth when we are coughing or sneezing. Let us avoid shaking hands willy-nilly, and let us keep and maintain our distance for now. Let us avoid gatherings either in small or large crowds, as this may actually help us, and also limiting unnecessary travel. Let us seek medical attention immediately if you do find that you have a problem or you have suspected symptoms of this problem, so that immediately you are attended to. And of course, government must, on their part, on our part, make sure that at local government level and central government level, we set up call centers, we're able to have websites and other facilities and mechanisms to enable people to cope with the disaster. Let's get ready. Let's be smart. Let's be prepared. Let's make sure that we do something to fight this disease. We can only fight it when we are fighting together and not alone.
You are listening to Zimbabwe News. Keep listening to Zimbabwe News. Keep listening to Zimbabwe News. You are listening to Zimbabwe News.